what makes these look bad, I think, is maybe because like it's just so different from the bottom lights. You know, like it doesn't match. And you got these up here, everything is more blue. That's purple. These are supposed to be purple. I guess they're like a shade of purple, but I would call that more of like a magenta, and I have them dimmed down a little bit. Once you put them all the way up, they're more of like, I guess it could be considered purple, but it's more of like a pinkish shade of purple. But anyway, I ordered blue ones last night because I just don't like this. I didn't put the old ones back in because they're just old, and there were a couple of them that didn't work. Like I had a couple gauges out, like these two down here I think didn't work, and the fuel gauge right here didn't work with the light. So I ordered blue again. I just can't do it. If it was a purple like that, then I would love it. But this like magenta-y color is just not it. It's not working for me. You know, I figured let me just record a little bit at night while I have these lights, because in a few days I'm not going to have them anymore. Unless something, because I plan on doing it over the weekend. So unless something comes up over the weekend and I don't end up getting to changing the lights, then I'll have them for another week or so. But I plan on not having these anymore in a few days, in like 3 or 4 days. So I figured, you know, while I have them, let me record a little bit so I can look back at them, so I can see at least like what I tried to do. Because I'm not happy with the way they came out. But maybe I'll look back on them in a year or so and be like, oh man, I actually like that. I don't think I will though. You can tell on that speed limit sign back there that they turned 55 mile per hour sign into a 65 mile per hour sign. I wish this was a 55 mile per hour zone, but I feel like 65 through a construction zone is like, I feel like that's too fast. Because 65 is what the speed limit is over here anyway. Like outside of the construction zone. I feel like this should be 55. Especially at night. I don't do 65 through here. No way, man. Like if a deer or something, dude, I see like dead deer and stuff all over the place in these construction zones. The poor things. They jump out and they get like trapped and they have nowhere to go. And you don't have anywhere to go either. So no, I don't do 65, at least at night through here. The speed limit should be 55. And then when you go a little bit slower than 65, you got guys on the radio saying shit like, you got to use the pedal on the right. Speed limit 65, not 40. Like they all start talking shit. Not really to me, but like you hear them talking to other people. As soon as you get near the construction zone, you hear people saying, speed limit 65. I mean, if they're doing like 30 miles per hour, I understand, but man, go as fast as you feel comfortable. Don't go faster because these idiots out here are like are impatient or whatever. When I take this back apart, I have to see what's going on here in the middle. Oh, see, something just crunched. Man. Something just ran across the street. I don't know what it was. right here in the middle, I have to see what's going on there because there's a blue bulb hidden in there somewhere. Like behind the RPM gauge and the speedometer, there's like a plastic case behind each one. Like, I don't know if there's like a bulb like behind that plastic case or not. If I don't see anything like I'm thinking maybe I missed it where the bulb was, but if I don't see anything like right there, I'm not messing with it. I'm not going to take anything apart. But if I just missed like one bulb back there, then you know, that'll be simple, but I'm not taking the back of the speedometer apart. Plus, I'm putting blue back in there anyway, so if I don't find it, that'll match a lot better than this does right here. See, as soon as it gets like lighter out, for some reason I like the color better when it's lighter out, but when it's really dark, I hate it. And this sucks, man. I just like being here early in the morning by myself. So it was me and two other guys showed up behind me. And I mean, luckily I already had my empty trailer untarped and everything. That's why I got to the scale first, but I'm empty anyway. But dude, these guys behind me, you could tell they're rushing around like maniacs. I wish I would have just recorded it. But you know how I am with the people seeing me with the camera? It's weird. Dude, they were all driving in circles around the building like nut jobs. So anyway, I have to back in here because I'm 81,500 and they need to take the weight off. And now I have to walk around looking for nails because there's nails everywhere around here. I need to make sure I'm not gonna run any over. And I'm sure I'm gonna miss some. There's no way I'm gonna find every single one. I just have to hope for the best that I don't get a flat tire. So like in here, it's dark, there's no lights on. But mainly, I find most of the nails out there in the lot. Here's a big one. Look at that. But yeah, you know, I know I'm not gonna always be here in the morning by myself, but dude, it's just so much better when it's just me here. It's a lot less stressful. But them driving like freaking maniacs behind me. Here's another one. Oh no, it's not. And knowing that they're just like trying to like get to the scale before me for whatever reason. There's no like real reason for it. It stresses me out, man. I hate it. So I have to pull up like up there and then back in right there. So now I'm gonna walk around over here in the area where I'll be driving to see if I find any nails like this one right here. Nice morning out. It's like 56 degrees. It's great. I love it. The last time I did this, which was I think Friday of last week, I had a whole handful of nails. I had like 15 nails that I found out here. And I'm sure I'm overlooking some right now. Here's one. This is why we get like pretty much like there's not like a week that goes by where we don't get a flat tire around here. At least me. This sucks. I'm sure I missed a bunch. See, and one of the guys that was racing around, he went over the scale and the guy came out and scaled him out early. And his weight is good, obviously. So, good for him, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what it is. As soon as it starts to get lighter out, I like the gauges better, but at night I hate it, so I'm still going to change them. Not too sure why that is. I guess when it's like pitch black in here, it makes them look like more pinkish. Yeah, I guess it still does look pinkish. It just looks better when it's lighter out. Oh yeah, the other guy that was racing around is good too. Wow, look at them go. Am I jealous? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. I just don't like the, I don't like that. I don't like the freaking, racing you around. We're supposed to be on the same team here, man. Instead, everyone's in competition with each other. That's the good thing about the demo place, because the only people that go there are my dad and my brother, so it's just family. There's no competition. Here, it's like everyone's against each other. Everyone gets along and everything, but they'll still fucking, screw you over if they have to get in front of you. All right. It's a lot better when there's not a trailer in there. I'll show you right here. So this is where you get loaded. So there's piles of trash here, and there's a pile over there usually, and they'll load you from up top, from up here, which is a lot easier. And to take the weight off, it's a lot easier. But when there's a trailer in there, you have to do it here. And they take it out with the excavator right from the ground. They'll go right over top of your trailer and take it out of the back. I'm not too sure how I caught this guy. Guessing after this is the guy that was at the transfer station when I was there. I'm guessing he stopped to get fuel or something. This is that guy that's all over the road. And, I don't know, he's moving along really good right now. Even on the hills, he don't pull too good, but I feel bad passing him, So I'm just gonna hang back and stay behind him. See, he's up there booking it now. He probably saw me in his mirror coming up behind him, and now he's panicking. And he's stomping on it. Because there's no way he was driving like that before I caught up to him. Otherwise, I wouldn't have caught up to him. I just don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know why these guys are the way they are. As soon as you see another guy hauling trash behind you, or you see them out in front of you, they just fucking panic, and they're like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta get in front of them. I have to stay in front of them. It's ridiculous. Is it like that with other things too, like dry van and flatbed and dump trailer? Like, is it the same thing across like everything in trucking, or is it just this? Because I really don't know. I've done other things, like few and far between, but like mainly this is like all I've done. So I really wouldn't know. So if you can, you let me know in the comments. I know he has a CB in his truck, but he either doesn't use it or maybe it's broken. Like he's been doing this trash thing for probably like 20, 30 years, like a long time. But he's never had a working CB in his truck. Like I wish I could just call out to him and be like, yo, I'm not gonna pass you. Like you don't have to drive like a maniac. Like stop stressing out, man. Because he's like way up there now. I don't think I even have his number. I used to work for Pepsi. I did that before I moved out to New York to do the microscope thing. I don't even know if I mentioned a microscope thing before. I used to work for a Nikon dealer in Long Island, but before that, I used to work for Pepsi. I was an account rep. I would go around to stores and like order all the product. I would build displays and stuff in grocery stores. But you also had to like stock the shelves too, and you had like 4 or 5 stores that like were dedicated to you. So like you had like a specific route. That job wasn't too bad, but like the managers that you had to deal with, you know, like a big company, a lot of like corporate bullshit that you had to deal with them, that wasn't so great. Like everything had to be done perfect and like exactly the way like they wanted it to be done. And if it wasn't done that right, like exact way that they wanted, then you had to deal with all these managers and bosses. They would come into the stores and with their clipboards, and then you'd be like, that needs to be changed. That's not right there. And then you get a phone call dealing with all that bullshit. But you know, like overall, it wasn't a terrible job. The pay was okay. I remember my last check from there was like $5,000, which was crazy because there was a whole week that I got paid for, like my last week. And then I had, I don't know, there's like a couple of sick days in there that they paid me out for, and 2 weeks of vacation that they paid me out for on my last check. So my last check was like $5 grand. That was great. That was pretty good. But they're truck drivers. Like, I think they make out good. I think that's like a really, really good job if you can get a driving job for Pepsi. Same with Walmart, from what I hear. Like, there's a guy that works for Walmart that has a YouTube channel. I forget the name of it. But they pay you out for everything. They pay you to, like, spend the night in the sleeper, which is, like, unheard of. I think that's, like, the only company that I've ever heard of that pay you for sleeping in the truck overnight. I'm sure that's, like, a pretty strict job. Like, you know, I'm sure they're always, like, watching you with the cameras, and you have to do, like, everything by the books. Which I'm pretty sure, like, almost all trucking companies are like now at this point. But from what I see and from what I hear, Walmart, like, you get paid pretty damn good. And they're pretty flexible with their scheduling. I don't know how much experience you need to work for them. But that's probably a really good truck driving job to have.